I'm bored. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna make a video. Okay. What should I do today? Video games? Nah, I don't want to do that. Um, I could do a drawing. I had that one video that I never posted. I didn't really like that either. Let's think. I could always do a game review. Yes. There's so many games in these bags, in this closet, and in my room. Yeah. What game should I do it on? Ignore that. Let's think. Ah! Yes! This is the perfect game. There we go. Okay, so today we are going to be I'm going to be reviewing the card game Exploding Kittens. A card game for people who are into kittens and explosions and laser beams and sometimes goats. I don't know if you can see that, so I'll just bring this up to the camera. That is the whole name of the game. So, this is a card game for 2 to 5 players. By I can't remember who makes it. Some cool art peoples. I should probably know that. Should probably know that before I, review. Whatever. It's a fun game. This is the original box. It's a bit old, so ignore any scratches or marks or something. But I've had fun with this game, so I wanted to do a review of it and just see how this goes. See if this gets more attention than my other content. Sorry, that's horrible content. So, let's get started. Whoa. Okay, so here are the contents of the game. There's the box, which does have a card thing, so you can separate them into 2 things. That comes out, but it's harder to get back in because it's not supposed to. We have the rule book, which folds out, has the rules of the game. Yeah, it's a rule book. And here is the card. This is the only part you actually use for the game. So, and they all have cool art on them. Like this. Wait. Okay, I thought I was going to sneeze, but I didn't. Like this one here is Skip, don a portable cheetah butt. That cheetah butt has been donned. Catermelon, beard cat. This is an exploding kitten, the thing the game has been named after. This is a kitten munching on TNT. Can you see that? A kitten munching on TNT, and boom! Pirate ship goes dead. Defuses, see the futures, favors, skips, nope, see the futures, attacks, shuffles, favors, all sorts of things. These all do different things, and throughout the game, you'd use them to help you complete the objective. Which is... Whoa, okay. The point of the game is to not draw an exploding kitten. If you draw an exploding kitten, you lose. But the way to not draw an exploding kitten is to use the rest of your cards. So there are a couple different types. There is the exploding kitten. If you draw this, game's over, you lose, you blew up. That's an important card in the game. The other very important card in the game is the defuse. This card, every player starts with 1 in their hand, and throughout the game you can draw more, but everyone always starts with 1. So, but if you have this in your hand and you draw an exploding kitten, you can use a defuse and not blow up. It's a very useful card that everyone wants to use it. It's to make it so that you don't start the game and lose on the first turn. It's a very useful card. And then you have these. These cards, there's a lot of them, but they all separate into a couple different things. In total, there are skips, shuffles, nopes, attacks, see the futures, favors. Okay, I just gotta get these up. There we go. And cat cards. Now, most of these cards are quite self-explanatory. Like the skip card. Right here it says, end your turn without drawing a card. It skips your draw. Pretty good if you think there's an exploding kitten coming up soon. Just play that and you're good. See the future. This is also a very important card, because if you think there's an exploding kitten coming up, you can look at the top 3 cards of the deck and then put them back how you found them. Doesn't sound good, but it then tells you so you know if it's necessary to use a skip or a shuffle or an attack to help you not draw it, help you give you a little warning. There is the shuffle, which is a very nice card. This one here simply shuffles the draw pile. That's it. You're like, I don't think this is turning out well for me. Let's mix up the cards so anything that people were planning with the deck goes away. So you just use a shuffle and shuffle the deck. Very simple cards. Now these ones here are a bit more complicated. The nope card is you stop the action of another player. You can play at any time. So let's say opponent is trying to use a skip. He's like, I use a skip. And then you activate your trap card and nope him. That means that skip is played, so he no longer has it, but you used your nope too, so he does not get to end his turn without drawing, and you have to draw that card anyway. Very good card for stopping other people, but something that it doesn't, I'm not sure if it says this in the rules, but you cannot nope a defuse. So someone draws an exploding kitten. They use a defuse. You can not nope that defuse. That would be overpowered, and you can't do that. Next card, the attack card. So this one here is like a better skip, a lot more valuable. The attack card ends your turn without drawing a card, which is exactly what the skip does. But this one forces the next player to take 2 turns. This makes it so the next player will end up having to draw 2 cards instead of 1, which makes it so that it's going to be a lot harder for them and more likely for them to draw an exploding kitten. That is a good card that's good when you feel that you're in danger, you know? So, next card is the favor. This is another it's probably, to me, one of the least good cards, but still a very good card. Favor, as you can read, one player must give you a card of their choice. That's a good card. So, let's say you are pretty sure, like you already saw the future and saw that there's an exploding kitten next, but you don't have a skip, a shuffle, or an attack. All you have is a couple cat cards, maybe another see the future, a nope, and a favor. You can't really do anything. So, you play favor, and another player, you pick a player, and that player now must give you a card of their choice. This is a really good card, because it's good for making teams if you really want to play with that type of stuff, and alliances. Making it like, hey, you give me a skip so I don't die, and next time you play a favor, I'll give you what you want. So it's a good team card for working together to try to get someone else out who you think is doing really well. So that's the basic cards out of the way. There. Now, these cards are a bit more complicated. So these cards, there are 4 of them. There is the Rainbow Ralphing Cat, Hairy Potato Cat, Catermelon, Beard Cat, and Taco Cat. I'm a palindrome. If you didn't know, a palindrome is a word that is spelled the same backwards and forwards. Taco Cat is a palindrome. So, these cards, unlike the others where you can just play them on your turn, you have to have multiple of the same card to play it, but they're extra good. So let's say that you have 2 hairy potato cats. So, in your hand, you're like, man, apart, these cards are worthless. Like, if I just have a taco cat, worthless. But, if you have a 2 of a kind, any of these 5 cards you have 2 of in your hand, you can play these 2 to steal a random card from your opponent's hand. Your opponent has a hand of 3 cards, and you're like, let's see, my hand is 2 potato cats. You go, boom, I play my potato cats, and then you get a look at their hand while it's face down, like they're holding it up to you like this, and you take a card. You then get to steal that card. So that's a very good one, because you can always steal their defuse, and that would be really good. Steal their skips, good. Steal their attack, good. It's just a very good thing to do. But you have to be able to have 2 of them. Now? Okay. Now let's get into gameplay. So you start the game with 4 cards and a defuse in your hand. Everyone gets this. And if when dealing you get a Exploding Kitten, you just put it back into the deck, give them a different card instead. So on your turn, there's 2 phases. 1, the play phase. This is the phase in which you play cards to try to avoid Exploding Kittens. The second phase is the draw. Every turn, you end your turn by drawing a card. That's how you end your turn, unlike most games where you start your turn by drawing. So this is my first turn. I'm like, well, what's the chance the first card's going to be Exploding Kitten? I draw a card. Second Rainbow Ralphing Cat. That's pretty lucky. Next guy's turn. Let's say he draws a card. Gets whatever that is. Doesn't play anything. He feels pretty good too. My turn now. So I think I'm going to save these. See if I can get 3. See if I can get 3 so that I can then just take his defuse. Because I know he has it. Because he has not played a card yet. So, but I want to make sure this card isn't going to be Exploding Kitten. So I'm going to go with a See the Future. And now I get to look at the top 3 cards of the deck. I now know. Next card, Diffuse. That's a very good card for me to draw. That's the next card I would draw. Then Exploding Kitten. Then Rainbow Ralphing Cat. I see this. And you gotta put it back. Okay, now I look at my cards and I'm like, okay, what do I do? So I am just going to draw a defuse, because I know that was the next card. But now I know his next card is an Exploding Kitten. Now let's say he feels pretty good about it, So he's going to draw. He's like, oh no, it's an Exploding Kitten. So he plays his defuse. That allows him not just to, ignore it. No. He gets to put it anywhere he wants in the deck. And let's say he's a cheeky little sucker and puts it right on top in front of me. And I'm like, wow, you suck. I know it's right there. So now it's my turn. I got my cards. What am I going to do? I have to avoid that. So I would skip. Let's say he nopes it. And I'm like, okay, that takes away some options. So I could Rainbow Ralphing Cat. I got a Taco Cat. That's not helpful right now. So I would draw Exploding Kitten, play one of my diffuses, and now, since I have this, I can put it anywhere in the deck. I could put it on top, I can put it on top so he knows next card's it. Or I could like put it somewhere inside. Be like his card, my draw. So in 2 turns he would get it. You can count cards to put it as far as you want, or you can put it on the very bottom. You know, just like, I don't want this in my life. Or you just like put it randomly in it. There's a lot of ways to play this game to try your best to get so that they draw it. Basically, just keep going this way until someone draws an Exploding Kitten when you don't have any defuses. You draw Exploding Kitten, you're out. Then everyone else, if you have more than 2 people, would keep playing and see who's the last to survive. So guys, that is the game of Exploding Kitten. I hope you enjoyed this little review. If I would want to review this, I would probably give it, I don't know, I'd give it a good 4.5, if not 5 stars out of 5. Like, this is a very fun game. The cards in it are all have great design, which I very much like, because I myself dabble in drawing and stuff. And so I think that's cool. I like the game. It's fun. If you're playing with friends, you can have lots of laughs. Just a really fun group game. But I'm trying to find some bad things about it. I guess can't play it too much. You kind of can get boring after a while, but it's always a fun game to just pull out with your friends and be like, who wants to play Exploding Kittens? So yeah, that is Exploding Kittens. I hope you enjoyed this review. Hopefully that gives you enough information to either go out and buy yourself a copy. I'm not sponsored by them. I should have said that earlier, but yeah, buy yourself a copy. It's a fun game. I would personally recommend it. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this. I am just some more hoopla and or hoopla, whatever. I'm hoopla. Hi, hoopla. But give this video a like and a thumbs up and subscribe. Comment down below another game you want to see me review. Video game, card game, want me to draw, literally anything. I don't know what to do. So yeah, this is Exploding Kittens. This is my review. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below. Send me suggestions of what you want to see next from this channel and what game you want to see me review, what game you want me to play, video game, literally anything. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. See ya!